Are you recording?
Yeah.
Last night we went to Char No. 4.
In Brooklyn for a whiskey tasting.
Yes, we did a whiskey. It was a whiskey class. $45 for what it said was a whiskey tasting. You taste through a bunch of whiskeys.
They said there was going to be snacks there, but there wasn't. Like when they said snacks, I was thinking like
there wasn't after you got through.
They gave us some pork nuggets and fried cheese to split amongst.
Don't be fooled. Those are two of Rocky's favorite foods.
I do enjoy the pork nuggets. However, I wasn't full from it.
I thought that it was going to be you would taste through some whiskeys and learn about them or whatever and get...
Maybe more than 4 whiskeys.
You'd get like food, like a course. Like if you did wine tasting, they would give you a little course of food with each.
We thought it was going to be like a wine tasting. I thought it was going to be like a wine tasting.
It said whiskey tasting.
But it said tasting.
So we get there and it's in the back room and there's all these people. They seemed a little pretentious.
Ooh, we know all about whiskey.
Tasted a bourbon, tasted like a corn whiskey, a rye, and a Tennessee whiskey. The guy seemed pretty knowledgeable.
Oh, he was super knowledgeable.
But I thought that when we paid the $45 per person, I thought it was going to be for food. So we didn't eat. We were starving.
Pork nuggets and fried cheese.
Even though it was only
four
1-ounce pours of these whiskeys. So it was a little skimpy on the whiskey, but I was still drunk when I left.
And one of the whiskeys kind of tasted like butter. And so I'm like, oh, maybe it tastes like butter to me. But a lot of people don't know this about me. I have a very advanced palate. I do enjoy the pork nuggets. I do. I don't know why you're laughing. And
Could you even spell the word palate?
P-A-L-A-T-E. Palate. Then the guy later in the class says, oh, yeah, that whiskey's kind of like a buttered popcorn.
He was talking about a completely different whiskey.
Pork nuggets and fried cheese.
I was a little drunk. None of this matters. What was cool was that there was an empty seat next to us with 4 whiskeys because someone like didn't show up on their reservation, so we got
Probably because they heard there wasn't going to be enough food there.
Pork nuggets and fried cheese.
But we then made reservations at the restaurant to go and eat because we were starving, and I thought there'd be food. So we ended up spending another like $90, $100 on food there. I was a little drunk. Overall, it was fun. It was educational. We thought food was included in the initial cost. So I would give it we need a rating system. 1 to 5.
We could call them snob faces. Like a snob. Ooh, we know all about whiskey.
So what if you said, I rate this a... So if it's average, it's like I rate this a...
We could rate it like,
That's not a rating system.
That's an face.
Like amount of facial hair?
Maybe kind of good place. And then if it was like a full beard. Like...
So we don't have to rate the place. We could just say, do this or don't do this. About the whiskey tasting... Do it. But eat first.
And wear a full shirt. If you don't want these faces looking at you.
Pork nuggets and fried cheese.